It's your man Jay Graves, and welcome to the Jay Graves Report M.I.C Football Preview Week 2, presented by my good friends at Travis Creek Stables, located 6417 West Stones Crossing Road, Greenwood, Indiana, or hit them up at 317-893-5205 so you can holler at my good friends at Travis Creek Stables. So now, y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. It's week 2. We coming off of a bad week for the M.I.C last week. I predicted all the teams to win in the M.I.C, with the exception of the Warren versus Center Grove game, because they were playing in conference. So, and I had Center Grove picked to win that ball game till the Warhorse couldn't play last week. So, but everybody else in the M.I.C got beat. So we got to do a better job this week. Y'all can't have me out here looking bad. I'm picking boys and everybody in the conference get beat from top to bottom. So I give Center Grove a pass. The Warhorse was out. Got to give Warren Central crazy props for enduring the storm, but we'll talk about them in a little while. Crazy props to Warren Central, and that win actually propelled them to number 1 this week. So let's move on to the first ball game. We got Marion going over to play number 10, Lawrence North. Lawrence North cracked the top 10. Hey, check this out. Lawrence North was the only cat in the doggone conference outside of the dual matchup between Warren and Center Grove to win last week. Lawrence North put up 55 points against Perry Meridian, beat them 55-0, was up 28-0 in the first quarter. So I guess my man Pat Mallory had like 5 different captains. They were all working together, and they got a win. So it's working. He had the defensive captain, the offensive captain, the captain of height, the captain of accountability, the captain of focus. They found the captain of winning. So now, I got to pick Lawrence North to come out of this ball game against Marion. They're going to go out there and beat the brakes off them. So Donovan McCulley, Nick Taylor, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep these boys going. Lawrence North comes out of this first ball game. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 6, Lafayette Jeff, going to play Lawrence Central. Now, Lafayette Jeff beat the brakes off of, well, I won't say they beat the brakes off. They won last week against West Lafayette. The score was 74-66. Wasn't no defense in the ball game. All the defense just stayed on the bus. So they give up 66 points and still win the ball game, and that propelled them to number 6. Somebody tell me how that works. So Lawrence Central loses. They come off a loss to Hamilton Southeastern, 24-20. Jason Graves was 18-35, 169 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. All-purpose yard, he had 204 yards. They got crazy production out of Jason Gray, but they got to see more from cats. But I will say my man Bonnet Bonds put in work, had 47 all-purpose yards, but they're going to need a little bit more in this ball game. They're going to have to score points because Lafayette Jeff can score points. At least they scored 74 points last week. Well, I'm just going to say nobody in that ball game last week played any defense. So I'm going to pick Lawrence Central to knock these boys off. Lawrence Central's playing at the crib. I just don't believe that Lafayette Jeff giving up 66 points. This ain't the Big 12, bro. You can't just score 74 points every week and then come out a winner. So they stepping into the ball game now. Let's see what they got. Lawrence Central should be able to put up points at the crib with Jason Graves running the offense. Let's move on to the ball game, to the next ball game. I got Lawrence Central winning that one. Now, HSC goes over to North Central. Now, HSC beat Lawrence Central last weekend. North Central, with my man Chinchilla O'Shea. You know, I always say Coach O'Shea comes out in the chinchilla hat and the coat, and last week he was going to have on the boots. Well, he got the brakes beat off of him last week, 26-0. So they beat him. They beat the chinchilla coat and the boots off of him. So now all he got is the hat. he got to earn the coat and the boots back. So this week he's got HSC. Now, HSC is not playing. Last week, North Central had 3 interceptions on the first 3 possessions. Can't turn the ball over like that, especially against HSC. They for real. They the real deal. I'm going to pick. I can't go with Chinchilla O'Shea this weekend because he's without the coat and the boots. He just got the hat on. So I'm going with HSC to upset these boys, even though they playing at North Central. North Central will play better because I can't see them just turn the ball over every week like this. But because HSC comes in with crazy confidence, I got to go with HSC to win that ball game. Now, let's move on to the next piece. We got number 3, Avon. Coming off of a huge win off of Columbus North last week. They beat them 48-14. Ben Davis is coming off of a loss to Brownsburg, 29-24. HSC got a freshman quarterback, J.D. Shedd, went to work. He was 7 of 9 passing for 101 yards, 3 touchdowns. Freshman. I'm just saying. Then Krishan McCray went to work, 2 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Hey, but they going over to BD. BD coming off of a loss, but Trent Gibson, 8 of 18 last week, 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. My man A.J. Hassel went to work, 20 carries, 117 yards, toting the rock. But will Ben Davis have the confidence to beat these boys from Avon is coming in with crazy swag, crazy confidence after putting up 48 points week 1? I got to keep my credibility right here. I got to go with Avon to win this ballgame. I know boys upset with me, but I got to keep my credibility. I just can't be a homer. I got to go with Avon winning this ballgame because this freshman is coming in doing work right now. Hey, let's move on to the next ballgame. We got New Pile going out to number 4, Center Grove. Now, New Pile blasted Kokomo last week, 63-16, 63-13, with Lincoln Roth putting in crazy work. This done was 8 of 10, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw to 5 different receivers. So they got crazy offense working like crazy at New Pile. However, on the other end, Center Grove is coming off of a loss to Warren Central, which is a great ball game, but Center Grove should have come out of that ball game with a win had they not turned the ball over all night long. That killed them. They were up 7-0 against Warren Central at the half, and they should have been up 21-0 without the Warhorse. Now, let's keep this real. Not only were they without the Warhorse, they had 3 running backs. Connor Delp, 120 yards. Daniel Weems, 73 yards. Mitchell Evans, 82 yards. They were pushing Warren Central all over the field on the front offensive line. They were opening holes wide open. But guys were timid to get in the hole and make something happen. But they still ran for more than 240-something yards. So now, this week, with the confidence that they had from last week, and also we got to talk about Taven Jackson, sophomore quarterback, 6'5", was crazy poised, was marching them down the field at the end of the ball game. Time just expired on him on the 9-yard line. I think the refs did a terrible job of trying to place the ball at the end. I'm just saying. But I got to say, Center Grove is going to be the real deal this year. Even without the Warhorse, with all the contributing factors they have in the backfield, they pushing fresh legs at boys, switching boys out, in and out all night long, running the rock. Now they got Fruits back, so they've got 3 or 4 guys that be running the ball. Taven is going to be able to move the ball around. He can throw, he can dip and dunk a little bit. Hey, so I'm going with Center Grove to beat New Pile because they playing at the crib. It's going to be crazy down at Ray Skillman. Hey, let's move on to the next piece. Now we got Noblesville coming in off of a loss to Cathedral. They got blasted last week, 42-14. Carmel also gets blasted, goes down to Louisville Trinity, gets beat 41-14. It was 34-0 at the half. Number 1 Carmel last week, number 1 Carmel, got the brakes torn off of them. down in Louisville. I don't know what happened, but they played two quarterbacks, Zach Osborne, Gabe Quigley. So we'll see what they do this week. Are they going to play two quarterbacks again? John David Rogers, 6 carries, 111 yards last week. Got to give him crazy props. They shut down Dylan Downing. He was 9 carries, negative 18 yards. I don't see that happening again this week. Noblesville, in my opinion, don't have a chance against a hungry Carmel team simply because Carmel got embarrassed last week. My man John Heber got a brand new pair of skinny jeans. See, they made the trip. He packed too fast, didn't have his skinny jeans with him. So the Don got a brand new pair of True Religion jeans this weekend. He coming out there ready for these boys. Noblesville, look out. The Millers will get blasted over at Carmel. Let's move on to the next piece. We got number 9, Fishers, going over the Pike. Now, Fishers blasted North Central 26-0. Pike lost to Zionsville 17-7. Let's just keep it real or all the way 100, whichever comes first. Let's move on to the next ball game. Fishers win this ball game. Now, last ball game, we got Louisville Trinity traveling up after beating the brakes off of number 1 Carmel last week. They coming up to play number 1 Warren Central. Now, Warren Central, you got to give them crazy props. Last week, they played with so much resilience in a ball game that they were getting literally pushed around in the trenches. They stayed the course, played well. My man Kobe Moore, who was the tight end just 3 weeks before that, settled down in the second half and ended up throwing for, he was 8 of 17, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns in this ball game. All went crazy in the second half. They never gave up, continued to play hard, and beat these boys from Center Grove. So, will they be able to have the same resilience that they had last week, this week? I got to keep my credibility, dog. Louisville Trinity beat the brakes, the doors, the transmission off of Carmel last week, who was number 1, who had 16 starters coming back from a year ago off of a state championship appearance team with crazy confidence. Warren Central got crazy confidence coming into this ball game. But I got to go with Louisville Trinity to win this ball game. I'm just saying. Because I haven't seen Louisville Trinity, but they beat the brakes off of Carmel easily, put up 34 points in the first half. I'm going with Louisville Trinity to upset Warren Central. It's your man, Jay Graves, from the JGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JGravesReport so you can holler at your boy. And also remember that this segment is presented by my good friends at Travis Creek Stables. Make sure you visit TravisCreekStables.com so you can book your next party, event. It's crazy. You can get down there and ride horses and everything. Hey, it's your man, Jay Graves. Jay Graves Report. Holler at your boy.